finally. Oh, this is really sad. A guy by the name of Kent Taylor. Kent Taylor, he was the founder and owner of Texas Roadhouse, which is a steakhouse. It's good. It's a steakhouse. He died by suicide over the weekend, and as the story continued to develop, what became pretty clear is that he completed his suicide because he was suffering from some pretty severe COVID-19 post-recovery symptoms. So, like I've talked about a little bit before, COVID isn't just like you get sick, you're sick for a couple days, and then it's done. Like, for some people it's like that. For some people, they're like, oh, I had a headache and I laid down and I was fine. But for a lot of us, it was even worse than that. And I guess he was struggling with a lot of post-COVID symptoms, but the biggest one being he had tinnitus, which is like a ringing in your ear, a constant ringing, and it drives people insane. And I guess when he got COVID, his tinnitus got way worse, and it got to the point where he just couldn't take it anymore. And oh, it's so sad. This is a guy who made headlines last year because he said, I know things are tough. I know that we're having to close down restaurants or social distance or limit capacity, things like that. He's like, I am not taking a salary until all of my employees are paid. He earmarked his own salary to ensure that he could get the entire company through the pandemic. That is a good businessman. That is a good person. Okay? And so people seem to think, because obviously after what I just said about Kylie Jenner and, rich people in general, people seem to think that I hate rich people. I don't hate rich people. I hate greedy people. I hate selfish people. People who are willing to say, I will sacrifice my own wage to make sure my employees get through. That's good people. That's good business. That's how you help people. It breaks my heart that that's what ended up happening to him, and he felt like that was the only way to get through. So if you are having a hard time as well, whether it is physically or emotionally, which to me they're the same thing, there's tons of help out there. Call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. There are options, and there's hope. And something that people don't understand about suicide is that perfectly happy people, perfectly healthy people, people who have really great lives, die by suicide all the time. And part of it is that it's a sickness. It's something in your brain that you just can't feel relief. You can't feel anything except for this overwhelming need to end it all. And it can happen to anyone, and it can happen to any of us. I'm sure a lot of us watching right now have experience with this, have had someone close to us die. Especially in Utah, our suicide rates are higher than most places in the country. So again, if you need help, let's look it up right now together, shall we? Prevention. I used to have this number memorized. So the Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. You can call, or I think they have a text line as well. Visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. It'll have